The world is packed with wonders most of us never notice. And once you start paying attention, everything gets a little more fascinating. Let's start with this. Octopuses have 9 brains, 1 central brain, and 1 for each arm, which makes them not only clever but practically alien. They can unscrew jars, mimic other animals, and even escape from aquarium tanks with incredible precision. Moving to a slightly less creepy but equally interesting creature, the axolotl, a type of salamander that never undergoes full metamorphosis. It retains its juvenile features forever and can regrow limbs, spinal cords, even parts of its brain. Meanwhile, the immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, can reverse its aging process and start its life cycle all over again, potentially living forever unless it's killed. On land, sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. That's because they can slow their heart rate to conserve energy, so much so that they can go 6 minutes underwater without needing to breathe. In contrast, dolphins can typically manage only around 4. And if you think that's strange, did you know giraffes only need 30 minutes of sleep a day? They take quick naps standing up and rarely lie down because doing so makes them vulnerable to predators. In the insect world, dragonflies are so skilled at hunting that they have a success rate of over 95%, making them one of the most effective predators in the animal kingdom. On the other side of the spectrum are pandas. Despite being classified as carnivores, they eat bamboo almost exclusively and spend up to 14 hours a day munching away. Now, picture this. The fingerprint of koalas are so similar to human fingerprints that even forensic experts have been fooled when analyzing crime scenes. That's not an exaggeration. Under a microscope, their loops, whorls, and ridges are nearly identical. Let's fly a little higher. Crows and ravens are among the smartest birds on Earth. They not only use tools but can recognize human faces, hold grudges, and even pass down knowledge to other birds. In fact, a group of ravens has been observed rolling snowballs just for fun, suggesting they may play and understand leisure. If you're still not impressed, consider this. See, otters hold hands when they sleep, so they don't drift apart in the water, and they keep their favorite rocks tucked under their arms for cracking open shellfish. Meanwhile, some ants farm other insects. The leafcutter ant, for example, harvests leaves not to eat, but to grow fungus, which they then consume. In the fish world, parrotfish sleep in mucus bubbles to protect themselves from parasites. And speaking of weird sleeping habits, dolphins sleep with only one half of their brain at a time, keeping the other half awake to watch for predators and surface for air. If you think humans are safe from odd biological quirks, think again. Your stomach gets a new lining every 3 to 4 days to avoid digesting itself. Your heart, on the other hand, creates enough pressure to squirt blood over 30 feet, and it beats over 100,000 times a day. Your bones are stronger than concrete, yet they're constantly breaking down and rebuilding throughout your life. Meanwhile, the average human sheds about 600,000 skin cells every hour and produces enough saliva in a lifetime to fill 2 swimming pools. Even your brain, despite being only 2% of your body weight, uses 20% of your total energy. Let's shift to the planet now. Mount Everest grows about 4 millimeters taller every year due to shifting tectonic plates. The Amazon rainforest is so massive that it creates its own weather system, and every second, it produces 20% of the world's oxygen. But the ocean is even more mysterious. We've explored less than 10% of the ocean floor, and there's a mountain taller than Everest beneath the sea, Mauna Kea in Hawaii, which measures over 10,000 meters from base to peak if you count the part submerged underwater. The deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench, is so pressure-packed that if you dropped a steel ball, it would shrink by 6% before hitting the bottom. And yet, life exists there, strange bioluminescent creatures, some of which don't even resemble anything we've classified. In the world of space, one day on Venus is longer than its entire year. It takes 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only 225 days to orbit the sun. And there's a planet out there made of pure diamond. 55 Cancri, located about 40 light years away, is rich in carbon and believed to have a diamond core. Stars don't twinkle because they actually do. It's our atmosphere refracting their light due to air currents. And the moon? It's slowly drifting away from Earth at about 3.8 centimeters per year. In fact, during the time of the dinosaurs, days on Earth were only 22 hours long. Here's another brain bender. Time moves faster on top of a mountain than at sea level due to gravitational time dilation. So technically, if you live at a higher elevation, you age a tiny bit faster. Want to travel even faster? Neutron stars spin so quickly that some rotate over 700 times per second. Meanwhile, if you cry in space, the tears won't fall. They'll stick to your face in floating globs because there's no gravity to pull them down. And if all this feels overwhelming, remember this. You are made of stardust. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, all of it originated from exploded stars millions of years ago. Every atom in your body was once part of something unimaginably large and powerful, which makes you, yes, you, part of the universe's most incredible story. And we're just getting started.